think we're live. Hang on.
I think we are.
God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic. Huzzah!
Did you have some kind of mechanism, in a sense, so that you could make sure that you were true to Tolkien?
Well, we didn't want to put any of our own, certainly in terms of the thematic material, we didn't want to put any of our own baggage. I mean, we had no interest in putting our messages into this movie, but we thought that we should honor Tolkien by putting his messages into it. And we thought he cared about things. The countryside and the rise of evil, and he cared passionately about certain issues. And we thought what we should do to honor him is to make sure that what he cared about ends up in the movie. That's what we tried to do.
The funny thing about the Negabands on the TV show is that they're actually meant to be a big callback to the OG version of Captain Marvel, the very first version, who was a man called Mar-Vell, who did appear during the Captain Marvel movie in the MCU, but he was played by Annette Bening, so they changed the character just a little bit.
What? What the fuck?
But he was played by Annette Bening, so they changed the character just a little bit.
Nerdrotic.com.
You flipped too hard, damn it!
I'm gonna come.
Oh. Well, maybe not that much, but
Just I don't know. This is like I feel well practiced with these Nooners now.
You should.
Hey.
Right.
I'm gonna come.
Do not
Practice makes adequate.
Do not come.
Better.
Yeah.
Butter.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I know you were all up late last. Oh shit, I'm knocking stuff over.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit late.
Yeah.
Waiting for
Watching a little Sticks. Watching a little Crowder. You know, it's all over the place.
My lights is out. Hang on.
Technical difficulties already.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. I was like, I'm looking a little. There we go. That's better. A little brighter. Hi.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. It's all right. We're a very professional show.
I just noticed your pronouns. Namor.
Yes.
Fish.
Yeah.
Fish
and fish self.
Fish and fish self.
How does fish
Namor.
feel about fish self? It just sounds so weird to say.
I know. The picture I'm looking at is no more.
I'll have to change it. All right.
I don't know.
Oh, good. No,
I think it's a beautiful
chat
portrait.
loves it. Right, chat? Yeah, you do. Welcome to Nerdrotic Nooner. Yes, you are all up late. And I guess it's just a thing now to where elections will be decided a week after election day.
You know?
Richest country in the world, you know.
Not like we have technology that could count things like pretty much instantly, and we couldn't just switch over to a nice digital one where it's very you could track where all the votes go and who made them, and then count them instantly.
And then they disappear behind a room where they board up windows.
We got some totes. Got some totes that are coming in the middle of the night.
Weird. Of course, we're talking about the People's Choice Awards.
Of course.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What else would we be talking about?
Arizona, get your shit together. I think razor fist for Secretary of State or Lieutenant Governor, whatever the hell whoever handles the elections there.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm down.
I'll go over there, move there, vote for him, and then move back.
Yeah. But Wakanda Forever is going to be out tomorrow. The embargo was released yesterday. We were expecting glowing reviews, which we've gotten, but not all. Some cracks in the armor for the season finale of the MCU, which is Wakanda Forever. I'm not going to say it's going to end the MCU because we've got so much more coming up. We do.
As Mahler says, the sludge pipe is full and it's still providing.
It is providing. We have somebody who's seen it. Mr. Chris Gore. Hello.
Yes. Hey, Gary. Hey, Garrett. Hey, X-Ray Girl. Good to be here. Good to I changed. I changed my back to myself. My regular self,
Very
not the name
presidential.
Yeah. I think this really is the final nail in the coffin of the initial social media reactions to a Marvel movie being over the top positive, having any trust in that whatsoever. Like that is just gone. Look at everyone that wrote like positive messages about the movie having attended the world premiere. You cannot trust any of those people. And even for someone like a Steven Weintraub to go off like, I know that people don't take it seriously when these reviews, but let me tell you, that guy is so full of shit now. I can't like, I'm offended that he thinks that people are that stupid. So this Wakanda Forever is definitely, I don't think there's anybody who's thinks about anything critically can look at that movie and not put it in all the lower tier Marvel movies, right there with Eternals. And I don't know, Iron Man 2 gets a bad rap. I want to rewatch it and wonder if it's as bad as I remember. Was it bad for the time? Maybe. Is it bad in comparison to some other Marvel stuff? Maybe not. Like I would like to go back and rewatch. I haven't watched that in a while, but it's for me the worst of the MCU films, period.
Wow.
It's a mess. It's I mean, are we talking spoilers?
Yeah. You guys don't care in the chat. You care about Wakanda Forever spoilers chat? I doubt it.
Okay.
I highly doubt it.
And this is a movie that is it's very obvious now. You cannot build a movie on your side characters. It doesn't work. Shuri is the lead, effectively the lead, because she becomes Black Panther. In the third act of the film, she becomes Black Panther, but it's really an ensemble of the female characters that you see along this journey, and you're introduced to Riri, who is I don't think she's awful, and she is a side character, but I don't see how you build a series around her. Like that is just, I don't know how you do that. So yeah, you can't build this. And for me, it's always like, if you're going to build a franchise, this movie will kill the Black Panther franchise. And here's my reasoning. In order to have a successful franchise that goes into the future, you've got movies and spinoffs and all that, you have to have at least 2 good movies. Okay. And with Star Wars, you have Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. Now we have Star Wars Forever, right? Like you've got Terminator 1, Terminator 2. They kept making them. I'm not saying they're good. Same thing with Alien and Aliens, right? Like to build a franchise, you need at least 2 good movies. Well, this is and I feel like the first film was overpraised. I mean, there was a lot to like about it. I mean, Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, this sort of world building of the Afrofuturism of Wakanda itself, which is absent in this. But the opening scene in the movie is, we are told, not shown, we are told that T'Challa, the Black Panther, is suffering some major virus and is dying, and they don't know why. And you see Shuri frantically looking like she's at some sort of technological thing that looks like a giant-sized molecule that she's trying to fix. And we are told that he dies. Nothing you don't see. You don't see Black Panther. There's no like moment that he has, like a death scene, I mean, I'm sure they could have used some footage or deep fake or whatever. But the character, we're just told that T'Challa's dead. and then there's the funeral and everything you've seen in the trailers. And I think that this is going to be proven to be a colossal mistake. When you take a character that has built a franchise, and I say a character because Chadwick Boseman is not T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman is not Black Panther. He is an actor who played that character. And with all due respect, and like, look, he did an amazing job. I think he was better in Civil War. I think that was the better portrayal. In Black Panther, he's kind of sidelined, but there are good supporting characters. And I think that Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger helped a lot. It helps to have a good nemesis. But wow, what a mess this movie is. That kicks things off. And then it's interminably long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay. This is not going to get repeat business. I don't know anyone that's thinking to themselves, I'm going to go see this movie again, unless you don't like yourself. I mean, okay, not to mention the fact that Namor, first of all, the only person
Namor.
The only person that uses the word Namor is Namor. Everyone else in the movie says Namor. Everyone else in the movie says Namor. So at least they got it correct. But he's kind of just lacking in gravitas. There were times at which, and this is going to sound awful to admit this, I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
You got to kind of understand. Wasn't that the problem with Spielberg's West Side Story? He wanted to be authentic, so he did half of it in Espanol and didn't provide subtitles.
What?
And the movie.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, that's stupid. Look, I'm used to watching movies with subtitles all the time. I love like Korean horror or Japanese.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I love the movie I'm looking forward to the most is Troll. It's all going to be in subtitles. Troll looks fucking
Troll's
awesome,
good.
by the way.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a remake of Troll? Because there was a
No,
Troll.
not Troll Hunters, not Troll Hunters.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Troll.
Hunters, yeah.
And it's like a
Troll.
giant fucking troll destroying shit. It's Finnish.
Yeah.
Help me chat somewhere.
Well, the original one was Finnish, wasn't it?
I think so.
Troll
But
Hunters. Is it in the same world?
No, maybe. I mean, like it does look like Troll Hunters. The troll does look.
Yeah. That's why it got me confused,
it's
because it does look like the same.
But Troll Hunters is awesome, by the way. I fucking love it. So
Right.
But to have like one of your main villain have an accent that's so thick that you can't understand him. Like I get
I'm going to.
You were going for something.
What? I'm going to destroy you all. I'm sorry. I can't.
I don't know what you're saying. But like I don't know. Maybe
Can't
drop
be
some
scared of you.
subtitles.
It's Norway. Sorry, Norway. Sorry, Norway. I'm sorry. Norway's Norwegian. They're like motherfucking finish what? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Really
I don't know. All those white people look the same to me.
They all,
Gary, remember the Marvel superhero cartoons from the late 60s where they actually used art from the comics? The animation was limited, but the voice acting and the music, it was like a radio show. Like they were so good. And Namor was it was like Thor, Iron Man, Namor, Captain America. Like those things were amazing. Like,
yeah, well, phase one is amazing now. Like, remember, like people were kind of tepid on the first Thor movie, which I love. It's half sitcom and everything.
I didn't like it.
It's freaking brilliant,
It's
dude.
way better now.
Relatively.
Dude,
Like,
it has the best single scene in the MCU when he's being thrown out of Asgard. That is fucking top notch acting. But
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Anthony Hopkins, amazing actor.
Oh, man.
But you brought up a good point. Like that first phase, all of the characters look like they're supposed to look. All their costumes look like they're supposed to look. And now they just look like Power Rangers. Like look at Riri Williams' costume. It looks like a really bad Power Ranger villain that's stomping around the city. Like why have they taken all the costumes to like every time a new movie comes out, they add more lines, they add more detail that's like not necessary to these characters. And then they take the helmets off. It seems to also be the track is like nobody has a mask, nobody has a helmet. They're just wearing these like jumpsuits.
You're gonna see. I don't think it's in any of the marketing or whatever that Shuri designs these like warrior costumes that look like not even as good as Power Rangers for a koi, and it's terrible. It looks bad. It's like bad. I feel like the production design is also something like that was actually one of the things that was good about the first Black Panther was the world building, right? Like the world building of Wakanda. Wakanda in this movie looks like a theme park by way of a resort. It looks terrible. It just looks like so the production
It looks like
design,
facades. They're not real.
Yeah,
Not a real
not just
location.
that. It's just like what's the logic behind it? At least there seemed to be a logic to Wakanda in the first movie, right? There was a logic. There was, you've got the palace, like things made sense, and there was geography that seemed to be made clear. And this is like a thing that when you overwork on a movie and you're editing, you forget that like the audience needs a sense of geography. Where are things? Where are characters when key things are occurring, so that the audience can keep up? And it's just sloppy on every level. It's like, I can't believe it was made by the same filmmaker, Ryan Coogler. And no one gave him any kind of guardrails and says, look, you got to make this movie 2 hours. Like whatever you do what you want, just make it 2 hours. This is and I get into arguments with people about this. If you're going to be north of 2 hours as a movie, you better have a reason for it to be over 2 hours. And it's not because you couldn't make a compromise or some other executive said, no, we need that scene for marketing because this character, we're setting up a Disney Plus bullshit or whatever. Like, and it seems like that's how, we were talking about this last night on Tuesday night's main event. Corporations kill creativity. And I think that what you're seeing in phase 4 is the corporation taking a little more, we kind of let you do your thing for the first decade of Marvel. You came up with this amazing 2-part climax with Infinity War and Endgame, those back-to-back Avengers films. But now we're gonna have a little bit tighter rein on the creativity here, and it shows. I do think, and you brought her up, what's her name, Victoria Alonso. What is she contributing to this? Is she a freaking is she someone who's some master storyteller? I don't know what people are contributing, but it seems like all the key creatives that actually brought something to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're gone. They have pieced out. That's the Russo brothers, Jon Favreau, James Gunn. These are the people who were involved in key moments and laid out that the story arc that took a decade to play out. Where are they? Where are they saying, no, look, and it came out like just a few months ago that Jon Favreau did not want Tony Stark to die at the end of Endgame. He thought it was a big mistake. He thought it was a mistake. The Russo brothers had to kind of talk him into it. He's like, I think this is not a good way to go.
And it's not a good way to go.
Not a good way to go. Fine. Maybe it was contractual. Oh, look, it's a heart.
You believe that? Functionally, it makes no sense. It looks
makes you a big target.
Looks like ass.
It looks like ass.
Like I bought my son when he was like 5, just a cheap big robot toy from like Walmart or whatever. It was not a mainline brand. It was just an off brand because he thought it was cool, so I bought it for him. That's what this looks like. This does not look like a mainline Marvel costume that like is detailed and it looks like a cool character. Like this looks like whenever you go to the dollar store and it goes robot superhero for $1 and you get that. That's what this is.
The knockoff.
No,
yeah, it's a knockoff.
The knockoff action figures you get like at Pier. If anybody went to Pier 39, like there's all the knockoff action figures down there at those little booths with like a Spider-Man with like a Superman paint job or something like that. That's what this is. Yeah.
Star Warriors.
Generic robot that was made in Mexico or something. Yeah.
But it's and also the other thing is that what's lacking in the film is male energy. Like there is like Winston Duke as M'Baku is great. He's funny. He's like your comic relief. He's no bullshit. He's like, let's kick some ass. But he's in the movie 10 minutes. And whenever he's on screen, you're like, yes, come on. Michael B. Jordan has one scene again, like, wow.
What is he? How is it a flashback? How
it's a dream? It's a, Shuri is going to become, they basically made her take the vax. I mean, the purple stuff that will turn you into Black Panther, give you the powers of Black Panther, right? And so in a dream, you think she's going to meet, T'Challa in the sort of spirit realm or whatever. And she meets Killmonger, and he has one scene with her. And Michael B. Jordan's very good. He's very good. And you're looking like I hate to say this, all the male actors outshine the female actors, with the exception of, I would say, Angela Bassett. I think Angela Bassett, she has this kind of regal gravitas, like you believe her. She's the best actress in it. I don't think this movie is going to get any Oscar consideration.
That's so strange, because there's a lot of actually really good actresses in this movie.
The first one shouldn't have gotten Oscar.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was outrageous. But there's a lot of good
crap.
actresses in this. So, like, why are they so bad? And, like, Ryan Coogler, he's a good director. Why is he not doing very well in
Disney.
this?
Again,
It's Disney. Yeah.
Disney.
There's a common denominator here.
It's when you look at, like, I think, look, things got very corporate, and the best creatives have left. And look, Favreau's got an odd relationship with Disney, right? And with Lucasfilm. They kind of let him do some things that he wants, but you get the feeling if he was really in charge of, say, Star Wars. By the way, Jon Favreau was one of the directors that was in consideration to do The Force Awakens. He was one of the directors in consideration, and didn't happen, obviously. So
an inferior director took his job.
Yep.
Right.
A hack.
Is he really a director? He's more of a
he's not a director. Yeah, he's
I don't think he's shown any personality whatsoever. He steals tone from other directors, and he's good at mimicking it. He's not he can mimic a tone and a style, but what has he done that's original other than some
lens
television?
flares?
What's that?
I said lens flares.
Lens flares.
Like he did that a little bit in the first Star Trek, and then everybody was like, he's the lens flare guy. So then he did it everywhere.
Michael Bay does lens flares, and
that's true.
It's always magic hour, But I'm fine with, like, dude, Michael Bay's a genius compared to Jar Jar Abrams. Okay,
I ragged on that guy for so long for the Terminator, or not Terminator, but the Transformers movies. But man, he's one of the best directors, and he needs to be making more movies outside of that franchise, because, like, the Bad Boys movies and all of his older stuff, so much better than what we're getting now. And, like, we need to go back to that kind of, like, stupid action movie, two dudes with guns racing cars and shooting people. Like, we need to go back to that, and we're not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen for a while. But there was that New York Times story that was pointing out, hey, that this overcorrection with regard to Me Too may be a mistake, because we're losing money. Additionally, I saw the movie, little side tangent here. I saw the movie She Said, about the New York Times journalist who went after Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the sort of thumbnail review. It's a very good movie. It's like Spotlight.
You mean Ronan Farrow? Didn't Ronan Farrow?
No, Ronan Farrow's not. He's in it, but he's not the lead. He's just in the background as someone else pursuing the story. And it's a very good movie. Like, okay, intrepid journalists going after a story. They hit obstacles and dead ends at every turn, but they're going for it. This movie's going to tank miserably. This movie was made for people in Hollywood, like, to make them to absolve themselves of any guilt over their being complicit in allowing someone like our Harvey Weinstein to just do whatever the fuck that he wanted and get away with it for years. All the assistants, all the people who knew, all the people that, like, whispers, people like Oprah or Hillary Clinton, everyone who knew. This movie is made to absolve them of guilt, because look, we made this movie. But this movie will tank, and I'll give you the exact reason. And there are going to be other movies that also tackle this Me Too topic. There were a bunch of movies after 9/11 that were made about 9/11, and all of them bombed, because people don't want to re-experience that. If it's not a documentary, I don't know that that's something that should be dramatized just a few years after it happened. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, we just don't have the stomach for it. It's sort of like the pop culture eating itself. It is too soon. And I think this Me Too movie coming out right after, just a few years after the fact, with basically the New York Times looks so good and the reporters look so good and all the people that work so hard. I will give the movie credit for the fact that the only really bad male character in the film is Harvey Weinstein. There are other good men in the film, the husbands of the two journalists, the other male characters working at the New York Times. All of them are like positive male characters, with the exception of Weinstein. Even the lawyers, they come off like they're kind of in this morally suspect position, right? But yeah, that movie's going to tank when it comes out, but it's going to get a lot of Oscar noms. You're going to just watch. This is my prediction. As for Wakanda Forever, second weekend, it's going to drop dramatically. It won't get repeat viewers. I think that's what made Wakanda. People forget that Wakanda Forever kept playing in theaters after it was released on Blu-ray. After. I mean, what movie? I can't think of a movie. I mean, well, okay, Top Gun, Terrifier 2. Those are the only two I can think of that are still in theaters, and they're available for purchase for home viewing. But Wakanda Forever was huge. I mean, freaking didn't Infinity War come out and Wakanda Forever was still playing in theaters, if I recall correctly?
Yeah.
You mean Black Panther? Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther. Yeah. Sorry. Black Panther. So this is not going to have that. It's
Top Gun Maverick should win Best Picture, just like Spider-Man No Way Home should have won Best Picture. They saved fucking Hollywood. They saved like the movie. Yeah. Imagine if those two movies don't exist, like where theaters would be right now. They'd just be so fun.
Yeah.
And they are fun. By the way, we talked about this. The box office in 2019 was a record box office globally. It was $45 billion.
Yeah. Wow. How many $1 billion movies were out that summer?
Last year?
There's a lot.
With Spider-Man No Way Home, it was half that. It was 21, and it's probably going to be lower this year. Maybe a little higher because they had 2 more movies. But it's going to still be 50% of that box office. So that's in 3 years, you lost half of your revenue.
Yeah, it's shocking. And what they're saying, I read an article in the Ankler, which is like an insider Hollywood newsletter. You can subscribe to it. Just look up the Ankler. They were describing Hollywood's being out of touch to the Democratic Party, and how the Democratic Party has kind of lost. They've lost Latino vote. They've lost the working class, and they say that the same problems. If you described everything wrong with the Democratic Party, you're talking about Hollywood. Effectively, is what you're saying. The same problems exist, being completely out of touch with what modern audiences want. And here's where I get really angry about Black Panther Wakanda Forever, is the fact that the decision to not recast was is going to kill the franchise. That will kill the franchise. Absolutely kill it. I mean, look, we've talked about this, Gary. How many people have played Batman? How many people have played James Bond? How many people have played Superman? Many actors have been replaced, including in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle, Thunderbolt Ross, now going to be played by Harrison Ford. How do you go to look at like Black Panther merch and there's Black Panther, T'Challa? Is that, so you're selling the merch now and it's like, this character's dead. They killed the character in the movie, did it on purpose. How are young boys going to process this? And this is back to a book recommendation here. And I'm recommending the audiobook, not the actual book, is The Secret History of Star Wars. It's a great book. The actor who reads it, I forget his name. He's a voice actor who does the voice of everyone. So if he's talking about Harrison Ford, he kind of does Harrison Ford. Yeah. If he's talking about like Lawrence Kasdan or Irvin Kershner, he kind of does Irvin Kershner, is kind of an older Jewish man. It's a great book, The Secret History of Star Wars. I learned more about Star Wars in that book than anything that I've read. So get the audiobook. But in the book, he talks about George Lucas had concerns. He had just made Star Wars. Now he's making the follow-up, The Empire Strikes Back. He's outlining the story. The big story point, he's going to make the main villain the father of the hero of the story. He consulted a child psychologist to understand how might this affect children. How are kids going to be affected by learning this? What are they going to be left with? That's how seriously he took that decision. I don't know. I know obviously Chadwick Boseman's death affected Ryan Coogler, affected everyone who worked on those films, affected. I mean, it's tragic. It's tragic. It's having said that, to honor Chadwick, you don't do what you did in this movie. You recast and you carry on the legacy. Someone's going to have a different take. And look, everybody, when there's a new James Bond, you're like, yeah. And then it's like, all right, then you get to kind of like, you get used and it's like, all right, Daniel Craig's a little different, but he brings something different to the role. Fine. And it's not as if Hollywood has a shortage of, great leading black male actors. There's a lot, and they could have recast. It would be a completely different movie. And you do some tribute to Chadwick. There's a tribute in the Marvel logo at the beginning. There's a little montage tribute at the end of the film. But to kill the character, colossal mistake.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this now, and people are going to like shit on me for having this opinion. Gore, no, you can't say that, whatever. Look, wait a couple months and all the mainstream media folks are going to be saying the same thing. Wakanda Forever's failure, they should have recast T'Challa, which recast T'Challa actually trends on Twitter at least once a month.
Because Ryan Gosling.
Obviously. I think they will.
Well, they're building in an expiration date for their whole universe. If they keep doing this, if they only one actor can play the character, then eventually people will age out, and then you're not going to be able to continue with that character. You have to do
all these characters. People. Yeah, it's stupid. It's always been stupid, but this is. I mean, like, it's done. You can't undo this. It's like you'd have to. What we talked about last night, vault it for a decade, and start.
I agree. But corporations, you need a constant flow of product in order to make money. That's just, it's assembly line, it's factory filmmaking. But, the difference in the comics, like in the comics, look, Franklin Richards can be 4 years old for 10 years, right? Like, whatever. But in movies, it's not as easy. But who knows? Might they bring the character back with some multiverse thing, right?
Yeah, but then you're like, are they going to multiverse every 10 years to keep actors fresh? Like,
yeah, that's
weird.
That's stupid. By the way, I don't know if this is news. Like, I don't know who fucking reported this, but Andy Muschietti is possibly going to direct Justice League 2. Guy did it.
Interesting.
The first movie was good.
Like,
it was not good.
Yep. All right.
Didn't he direct another? Hold on, I'm gonna look up the other thing.
Yeah, like, again, this is not like reputable stuff. So maybe not. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Black Panther: Wakanda Forever advanced ticket sales at 45 million. That's pretty good, but it's not breaking records. I remember bringing that up to you, Chris, going, we haven't got the article stating that this is a broken advanced ticket sales records. We got that with Eternals.
The Flash.
Yeah.
He directed The Flash. That's right. Not come out yet. So we'll
Yeah.
see how bad that is.
20% behind Doctor Strange 2.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oh.
Ouch.
Advanced ticket sales through Sunday for Disney Marvel. I like how they said Disney Marvel. That's good. I'm glad.
They're picking it up. They're picking it up.
Disney Marvel Studios Black Panther Wakanda Forever stand at 45 million, about 20% behind Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness at the same point in time, and 40% ahead of Thor Love and Thunder. So it's not going to do as well as Black Panther. Doctor Strange 2, before its domestic opening of 187.4, had 85 million in advance sales. Damn. Well, that's all because of Spider-Man, by the way. While Thor Love and Thunder had banked 48 million of its 144.1 million. If Wakanda Forever opens up at 144, that'd be so bad. I think they're projecting it between 185 and 200 something, which is down a little bit from October. Domestic opening by its preview Thursday before debuting to 202 million over 3 days. In February 2018, Black Panther had 55 million in advance ticket sales. So yeah, the sequel ain't gonna without the Black Panther sequel, without the Black Panther, probably not gonna do as well as Black Panther.
I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
Don't get obsessed about the percent behind or ahead of advanced ticket sales. Look at the leg out opening factor there was on Black Panther. Big difference. Black Panther had Black Panther.
Yeah.
Doesn't have Black Panther. So I think that's a bit of a problem. Plus, the sequel has so much heat. Expect walk-up business. Wakanda Forever is expected to open to 175 to 185 million for a projected global debut of 355 to 365. Rotten Tomatoes critic score has it at 90%. Nope, it's actually at 86 right now and going down.
Yeah, update.
Yeah, it'll go down for sure.
Oh my God, it's the longest advertise. Look at that peacock. What the fuck is
No.
that? Jesus, that's annoying. We've heard advanced ticket sales aren't front loaded for Black Panther 2 and are evenly spread throughout the upcoming holiday week. Is it a holiday weekend?
Is it?
It's Veterans Day, right?
Veterans Day. Sorry, veterans.
Oh, sorry, veterans. Hey, thank you for your service. I just
Thank
don't.
you for your service.
I'm not very good at keeping up with dates.
You need to not go see Wakanda Forever. White veterans, just so you know, that's according to TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok said.
I know
staying outside.
You fought in the foreign theater, so we can have idiots on TikTok tell you can't go to Wakanda Forever opening day. Thank you. So look for a boost stateside at the box office. There will be no China release for Wakanda Forever. I don't think. I don't think Disney's going to ever get a China release ever again. On today's, isn't Shanghai Disney closed?
Is it?
It is.
No, I thought they closed it down. Didn't they close it down because you needed a negative COVID test to actually leave the park?
Yeah.
To
That
leave
happened.
the park?
To leave the park. Literally, some cases of COVID.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
it were like 5, and they wouldn't let people leave the park unless they had a negative COVID test.
You stay in the small world after all ride until you get better.
But they did like 30,000 COVID tests, and then people were able to leave. So I think that closure was temporary, Gary.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong.
On today's Disney's earning call, CEO Bob Paycheck, who has often touted meeting the demands of the consumer in home with Disney Plus, beamed at the top that the studio has big plans for the big screen in 2023 before giving a shout out to some big films. Disney always has big plans. They got huge plans, man. Acolyte, that's some big plans right there.
Yeah. The High Republic.
What have they been making for 2023? Because that stuff's already in the can. So we have the Marvels, right? Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is finally going to come out. That'll probably be the better one. What else do they have? There's got to be 9 more.
Spider-Man. There's no Spider-Man. They're doing shows.
Ant-Man. Yes, God. How could I forget Ant-Man? And they don't have a Spider-Man deal.
Yeah, no Spider-Man deal yet.
Like nobody's said shit.
There's rumors, but they're
how crazy. You just had a $2 billion Spider-Man movie and nobody said anything. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Something's going on there. I think there's some negotiations that aren't going well. That's just my speculation. Speculation.
Yeah, speculation.
Yeah.
Well, look at this. 11%.
Oh
plunge.
no!
Oh, Disney.
Oh.
And this is Deadline, by the way. Okay, so this isn't like a bias. This is this is a very pro their side website. Okay, multi-year low, and they're not doing very well bringing back. Like Hollywood should be back by now. Okay, there's theaters are open, people can go watch movies. All these things you should be gaining. Right?
It is.
But you're not.
I don't know about you. Well, I know about you because you're in my state. I don't know about X-Ray Girl because she's in some fascistic communist nightmare.
Save me.
Canada right now. and Chris is in fucking California. But here in Texas, land of the free, baby. Land of the free. It's great. Not a lot of masks.
Beautiful.
There's nobody trips on that shit. No,
only place I saw masks were at the polls. Interestingly enough.
Really?
Yeah. But like I haven't experienced mask Karens at all here. Like even the people wearing masks, I mean, they mind their own business. So that's
which is how it should be.
How it should be. But Disney, which was allowed to work during the pandemic under Chairman Gavin Newsom, is still having problems and would have worse problems if it wasn't for Governor Ron DeSantis, who decided to allow Disney World to open way earlier than Disneyland, right? And imagine if they didn't have that revenue flow.
Yeah.
And then they came out against the guy. Then they came out against families. And now we're seeing the plunge. I am not sorry to see this. This gives me so much hope for the future. I know some people think we had a rough, like not as good. It wasn't rough. Not a good night as you would like. You know what? Stay away from that black pill stuff, friend.
Yeah.
Stay away.
I still think it was totally fine. Like we still got some really good wins. It's not like the wipe across the entire thing, but hey,
we got a saying in recovery: progress, not perfection. Okay, we're looking. That's what we're always looking at. So don't get down. Turn that frown upside down. It's going to be okay. Okay, we got this. We got this. We fortified Texas and Florida. There's some fortification of our own going on here, and I'm very happy about it. And did it all go down the way we like? Of course not. It's never going to do that. It's never going to do that. Come on. But this is good news. This is called consequences for a company that just got too fucking arrogant. And it's when we have companies out there deciding together, these are, by the way, companies that compete against each other, but they act like they're just subsidiaries of each other, and they all have the same diversity and inclusion initiatives, and they all fucking their pie hole flying out of their fucking pie holes the same fucking shit. It's then you see one company break away because, quite frankly, they're in fucking debt up to their balls, and they need to, but it doesn't matter. You see one company breaking away, and that's going to be the one that innovates. That's what competition does. You crush your competition either dies or innovates and becomes better. And that's the beauty of this. They haven't been competing. They've been fortified. They've been walking lockstep, and Disney will walk lockstep right off the fucking cliff. And I am here for it. I am here for it.
Disney is not the unstoppable, impervious company that they pretend to be and that everybody on the internet pretends they are. Disney has multiple times been in bankruptcy, like on the edge of completely shutting down their doors. Like 80s, it happened. 70s, it happened. Okay, so it could happen again. They're not perfect by any means. So they're going to keep messing around, and they're going to find out. They're going to find out. When you say, we don't care about families, you're a family company, Disney. You're going to find out. That's what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time. It's about time. And that's like the broader thing. Like you went and messed with families. That's when you get these numbers. Like before that, it's messing with every franchise that you purchased. You bought them and then you ruined them. You bought them, then you ruined them. So like you're not putting out good product. And then when you have your executives coming out and saying dumbass shit, this is what happens. You see?
Like, Disney looked like we brought out Shang-Chi and the Eternals, and they were just big hits when they weren't. When all you need to do is crank out fucking Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk. Variations of those four things will continue to make money. You have been too cheap to come out with a Hulk, to work with Universal. I doubt Universal will work with you now. They're in major competition right now. So if I was Universal, I'd think about making my own Hulk movie. That'd be kind of fucking funny. But that's all you need to do. You know, Warner Brothers, just make Superman and Batman shit and you'll make money. But they're like, no, people are tired of that. I know every single fan is asking for it, but our data provided by the activists shows that white males are just not in anymore. They're just not in. So we need to change them all. We need to change them all into young black women. And instead of, I don't know, creating new characters for the young black women. And that will cure racism overnight and make us so much money. And it didn't do either. It made things worse.
Aren't they talking about layoffs at Disney now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's coming. And they usually do it right before the holidays when a corporation is going to lay off a bunch of people. They do it before the holidays.
All the layoffs in California are going to weigh down the unemployment.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. Unemployment's going to get nailed. And holy shit. Your taxes are going up again in California.
Yep. Yeah. I know.
All the out of work tech employees who know how to code and they won't be able to get a job.
Well, you heard about the layoffs at Meta. 11,000 people.
11,000, 3,700 from Twitter. That's 2 companies alone.
Right.
Hollywood, whatever fucking Disney's going to do. Warner Brothers is doing layoffs right now. Yeah, it's bad. It's
going to be bad. But think about that. Like Meta laid off more people, 3 times as many people as Elon Musk did. Is Mark Zuckerberg a bad guy? Is he a terrible person? The thing is, the more they come after Elon, the more I'm like, oh, you're afraid of him.
Mm-hmm.
You're afraid of what he could do.
He is a disruptor. But the whole thing about tech was disruption.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole conference called Disrupt. You know, like that's a real thing. It's about disrupting, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's doing what he's always done. Zuckerberg, I don't know can you be evil if you're a robot? Honestly, I mean,
True.
I know, like his Meta avatar looks more human than he does. And let's not forget, Zuckerberg got really fucking rich wanting to rate women at a college. That's essentially what Facebook was going to be. It was rating women at a college because homeboy couldn't get laid. I mean, that's the drive for everybody, so I'm not going to hold it against them.
Yeah, that's how everything is invented.
Yeah, everything is invented because somebody wants to get laid. Fire. It's like that hot cave woman over there will come over to my cave.
Check this out.
I can make fire. That's right.
Check me out, huh?
Check me out. The magic hot stuff is right here, ladies. Come to my cave.
It's warm over here.
Woo. All right. Let's go to some let's read some super chats and we'll go to some reviews. We got some updated reviews. I'll be doing a review. I really don't want to see this movie, dude. Like I am thinking excuses. I'm like, I don't want to go because like 2 hours would be fine. 2 hours and 40 minutes of this.
2 hours and 40 minutes. And if you sit through trailers, you're looking at 3 hours sitting in your movie. So
I'm not gonna.
Like I went to the bathroom twice during the movie, so I might have missed something. But
everything I want to see is on fucking. I hate to say this is on Netflix right now.
Yeah, no, I'm watching.
Kind of is, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm watching Dahmer right now. Dahmer is pretty good.
Yeah,
about halfway through it, I'll finish it tonight.
I think Netflix got rid of their woke employees, and they might be turning stuff right, except with like The Witcher, which they should just fucking end. But we'll see. We'll see. The Pale Blue Eye looks fucking awesome. 1899 looks really interesting. That's another one of them foreign flicks that you got to read, but it looks cool as hell. It looks like Final Countdown meets Titanic. Chris pees a lot.
That's true.
He does.
You can get that checked out.
At least
Chris.
it's not sitting down, Ryan. At least it's not sitting.
Yeah.
Down.
But you know the other thing I heard is that Wednesday, the Netflix series from Tim Burton. I talked to more than a few people who've seen it who said it's great and it's going to be the next Stranger Things in terms of creating a fandom around it. It's basically, it sounds like from what I've seen of the trailers, it's sort of like it's almost like Harry Potter like in that sense.
Here's where I'm just as an outsider. I like Tim Burton. Who doesn't like Wednesday Addams? I love the comic strip. but dudes aren't going to be into this. And for a fandom to work, it needs dudes. You could have a Twilight fandom that's an outlier, but a lot of dudes were being pulled to that movie by their girlfriends. All right, that's just a fact, or their
tell me about it,
or their wives. But like to have a proper built like Stranger Things is equal parts dudes and women. I think that's a pretty good 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Doctor Who threw away. It had like a Stranger Things type of demographic fandom. It was kind of fucking everybody, and everybody liked it. And then they're like, okay, we don't need masculinity anymore. And that's what all these franchises did, by the way. We don't need masculinity. But fucking Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings, that is a very masculine franchise. It is a dude franchise. Ladies like it for the same they're
not on Amazon.
Not on Amazon, no. No, out of all the stuff I've covered, the most women I've seen upset is over Lord of the Rings. Period.
That is true. That's true.
They're fucking mad. And good. So I don't know. It might be good. I just don't see it attracting. I don't see Ryan Kinnell running to go see Wednesday. I'm gonna sit down and see it because my wife is a Tim Burton fangirl, so I'm gonna sit down and probably watch it because of that.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna get a lot of girls. Like a Tim Burton aspect to it. It's Wednesday. It's very like hot topic-y. I think that's gonna get that fan.
But you're saying you've heard it's good, Chris?
I've heard it's good, and I've heard it will spawn a Stranger Things like fan base around it. Now, Stranger Things, I think, was good at getting both, as you pointed out, men and women like the show. I don't know. This may be more female centric in the sense that Twilight had mostly all female fans. And yes, I was dragged to at least a couple of those movies.
I saw them all.
Yeah, I know. I saw them all too, but it's one of those things where just in a partnership, in a marriage, you got to have compromise. You got to all right,
trade-offs.
10 for me, 1 for you. That's fine. However you split it up, right? But yeah. So, I'll watch it. I'll watch it because I like Tim Burton. So, I
do too. I like Tim Burton too. I know. I liked his Sleepy Hollow movie. I thought that
Sleepy Hollow was great. Yeah.
I love that movie. Christopher Walken was great in it. But
that gave me nightmares, man.
Netflix things, I sent you the trailers, Chris, are Troll, 1899, Pale Blue Eye. Those all look legit, fun, interesting. Christian Bale's in one of them. So absolutely going to check it out.
Yeah, that one looks great.
Yeah, that one looks fucking cool as hell. So if we're moving back into let's be cool, because none of the shit we've been watching is cool at all. Marvel used to be kind of cool, and it's not cool. It's embarrassing. It's I'll give myself a wedgie and a swirly for liking this shit if I like that shit. Nerds deserve to be beaten if they like that stuff.
Yeah, it's lame. It is the lamest content out there right now. I
got my ass kicked for liking all-time great shit. So if you like this stuff, you get what you deserve. Now Marvel is culo. That's right, chat. All right.
Oh yeah, Namor is so bad in the movie. Oh my god.
Victoria Alonso got so mad at that reporter when she said Namor. She's like, Namor. Really aggressive about it.
Okay. She's a really aggressive, crazy lady. She's
every time she gets on stage in one of those those events, she's really aggressive. It's
bipolar as fuck on that one. Not saying that's bad. It's just unmedicated. But she's I'm gonna carry the flag for all the little girls. Yeah, all the little girls that you like, you creeper. Arigato for 1999. Longtime lurker here. One thing proven by the election: Californians fleeing to Texas and Florida are not voting blue. Hail to the fellowship. Fuck Joe Biden. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that was the biggest change there. Is quite frankly the way things are set up. People are going to continue to get sick of their vote not counting, whatever it is. They're going to get sick of it. And there's just certain areas where your vote just doesn't count. Now, Eric July is going to go, your vote doesn't count anywhere. It's a fucking waste of time. And he kind of has an argument. You should check it out. But, yeah, your vote ain't going to count in an area where you just have no prayer. Like Caruso is maybe going to win. Mayor of LA. He's a Republican. He's essentially like a California Republican, but he had to change it to a Democrat just to get votes. So, I mean, people are going to start doing that. They're going to start going, I'm a Republican now, just to get votes, and they're going to just act like a Democrat. Well, Cheney.
That happens a lot.
The thing is, though, it's the uniparty. It's the fucking uniparty, okay? I think we can all agree that the uniparty's bad, and that involves Democrats and Republicans, the establishment. And the establishment is fighting for its life right now, and we need to beat it. Establishment bad. I know, you can quote me on that. Bradley Burnett, 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50. Thank you very much. Personal individual freedom, good. We need to continue to vote for that. And quite frankly, it's the biggest difference here in Texas is people are, and I guess you wouldn't know this if you lived here all your life. But people are fucking chill here. They're chill for the most part. What I've seen in the state, pretty chill. Kind of a Midwest vibe chill going on. California is not chill. They like to think they are. No, they're the most uptight, stick up your ass people I've ever fucking met, especially in San Francisco. Fuck. So,
yeah, that's what I've never understood about the like preconception of Texas being like this, like, oh, we're all cowboy people that are super like religious and don't accept anybody. Like, Texas has always been the most welcoming place to be. It's got the southern hospitality, but then it's also got the kind of openness of the West. So you got both worlds, and it kind of comes together, and we're just chill. Okay. Like, what Austin used to be, it used to be like the hippies that were just kind of silly, chill hippies. And now it's like Commyville, but like that vibe was across the whole state. It's just like accepting, hey, come on over, stay, and then we'll see you again next time. Like that kind of vibe. That's what I love about it.
I love Texas. I've been there many times for mostly film related stuff, film festivals, like in Austin,
South by
Southwest, but I've been to Dallas a bunch of times. Like, I don't know. I love Texas, but where I live in Pasadena, it's like this little oasis, this little, basically Pasadena is like the Orange County of LA County. It's very suburban. It's very working class. It's definitely not like LA. There's none of all the problems that you associate with LA. Yeah, it's not here. Zero. Like that shit's not tolerated here at all. And even when all the lockdown nonsense was happening, Pasadena has its own health department. Just said, yeah, we're not going to follow these rules. We're going to make up our own rules.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, my little sort of bubble where I am, but my God.
Just to remind you, Chris, California's still in a state of emergency for COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Why? Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't.
Yeah, I know. Look, so
restrictions yet.
I want to get the hell out of here, but I like I say, I'd have to bring my daughter. I have to bring a lot of people would have to come with me. I don't know how easy this would be.
It's not easy, but it can be done.
Yeah. True.
I still have shit in California that I have to get over here somehow.
No, you're kidding.
Well, it requires me taking time off of the channel, which I can't do. So I got to send my wife and my son over there, which is, I should help them. I really should. Bradley Burnett for $20 last night. Hearing Chris Gore say WOKEanda forever was worse than the Eternals was shocking. How is that possible? It's got strong black women and the sub-Mexicaner, diversity. How could this be bad? Oh, I don't know, Bradley. It's like, that's the question. of life, the universe, and everything. How could this movie be bad? Or it could just be the simplest answer. Disney made it. They rushed it out. They hid it. Like, nobody's talking about that. Like, we didn't get previews or clips or anything for this movie until that first trailer came out, what, a month ago? A couple months ago?
Yeah.
Like, think of good movies. Like, we get trailers a year in advance. You know, things people are feeling pretty good about. Shit, Flash, which has been delayed like 75 times. We've seen a fucking trailer for it.
Right.
You know, we saw trailers for
confidence. They had
Gun,
confidence.
like, it feels like years ago. It might have been years ago. And boy, was Paramount smart to fucking wait. Like, they were smart to wait. That movie's killing it, dude. Metal Robot for 20 New Zealand Middle Earth dollars. Genuine question. Why do you keep playing the "you flick too hard" clip? Call me crazy, but I'd rather not be reminded of that awful scene from the terrible movie. They must be way better clips that you can use. No, that's a beautiful clip.
It's hilarious.
It's wonderful clip.
Hilarious.
I love when you play it.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you do.
It's a shitty movie. But I cover a lot of shitty movies here. I do, because there's been nothing but shitty movies.
Yeah.
Bradley Burnett for $20, but thank you though. I mean, I won't play it now. I would be tempted to play it right now.
I thought about it, man. I thought about it.
I still believe they should have recast T'Challa, but killing him off screen due to unknown virus, an unspecified virus from an unspecified origin. Really, given the last couple of years, super advanced Wakanda could not develop something to stop the virus. Asked Bradley Burnett for $20. Yeah, Chris. So, do they name the virus? Is it pivotal to the plot of the movie?
It's not pivotal to the plot. It's unspecified. It all happens off screen. So there's no like death scene with T'Challa, right? There's no like moment, even if it was wordless, right? Like he couldn't speak or something and he just looks and then just maybe nods and fades. I mean, there's like, you could have written something using footage that you already have. You could have made it work. I mean, look, Carrie Fisher was in The Rise of Skywalker, arguably the worst Star Wars movie ever made. So, but they put her in the movie using other footage. There's footage they could have used from Civil War or whatever. All those films have deleted scenes or stuff that they shoot sort of off. You've got hundreds of hours of footage, right, in making those movies. You couldn't find something to put Chadwick Boseman in the film, even if it's a final scene,
dude.
Or even if there's like something happens and then he's reborn and he looks different and we just accept it. How many cases? They recast Dumbledore, right? That how many go through all the different places where actors died and they recast. Okay, and this just tells me
Dumbledore when it was Richard Harris, right? Was he still alive?
Yes. Yeah,
he was still alive. He just couldn't do it anymore. He was very sad about it.
Yeah, it just
the better Dumbledore.
All I'm saying is that like that there was no, to me, this was not a proper send-off to Chadwick Boseman.
No, here's what you do. Even if you're going to kill him off, you start this movie with Black Panther in costume. He's in one of his little Wakanda ships. He's flying out. He's got some distress signal and he sees fucking Galactus. Like he goes out fighting Galactus. Like he's able
to
take
him out in a big way.
That'll get to Doctor Strange or Reed Richards at some point, whatever. And he tries to stop him and he just can't. But maybe he delays him or something like that. But like Black Panther goes out like a fucking man, not like
maybe even like takes his like you basically he's in the suit, which of course can be someone else or digital, and then like his last moments when he knows he's going to die. The mask gets revealed and you see Chadwick Boseman. He knows he's going to die, but he's doing this to save Wakanda, whatever it is. Gary, I'm getting chills you describing that.
Yeah,
scene.
And it could be wordless. Wordless.
Yeah.
Wordless. He doesn't need to say a word. It's freaking. It would have got. There are no cheer moments in this movie. I saw it with a packed audience of people. It was so quiet. Like, why is it so quiet? Like. Everyone seems checked out. And I saw it with like friends. I saw it with Alan and Dante James and my buddy Eric Weber. We kept looking at each other during the movie. Like, can you believe this shit? This is like, can you believe how bad this is? Can you believe that this is what they thought would make that audiences wanted to see. No. And they even could have like had that scene with Chadwick Boseman, and then maybe T'Challa comes back, but you look different and it's a different actor, whatever you want to say, but you don't kill the character.
You did it with Brody. Yeah, like you said earlier,
you just
done it with a bunch of characters. You just do it with reverence. That's all. That's all.
Fine.
And you know why we watch superhero movies? It's for like it's the easiest. We watch them to see Superman save Lois Lane in Superman the movie. We watch it to see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man save the other MJ, or see the three Spider-Mans flying in, or seeing Thor land in Wakanda with Rocket. These are just awesome scenes.
And to open a movie, like you could open the movie that way, with this big moment where T'Challa sacrifices himself to stop Galactus just that much more time, just that much, and you could build that up. That's such a better way to give him a tribute, to give Chadwick a tribute, instead of putting him in a bed where he's sick, which is kind of how he sadly passed away. Put him in a big heroic, celebrate his life, celebrate the things that he did by making his character do something heroic, not slowly pass away.
And that will die off screen in the opening moments.
Yeah.
Opening moments of the movie die off screen. A line of dialogue tells you what's happening.
Oh, that's weak.
Shuri,
yeah.
It's so ill-conceived. It's ill-conceived.
Remember how pissed when people were when they killed the fucking Kraken in Pirates off screen?
Oh God!
Right.
This is worse.
Disney, keep doing it. Why do you keep doing that?
Oh.
Like that's they're creatively bankrupt. Somebody that read a comic book could go, oh well, we could do that. Like, why don't we just blow something up and have him die heroically? That's more comic book than him just passing away.
Yeah,
and nobody's done that. They all go, oh well, what's the most relevant thing? COVID. He got sick by an unknown virus and he passes away. It's so lame.
Yeah,
you can tell like whoever was involved, their heart wasn't in it. They got a big paycheck. They just went ahead through the motions. That's pretty much what Disney product is now. There's no heart. There's no soul. It's not fun. The people defending this stuff are mentally inept, unable to decipher art from a blank screen. I don't know. I just don't even fucking know. Or they're just not real. You know what? It is interesting, Garrett. Now, usually it takes 2 days, so we'll have to see. But I have not seen the Marvel bots anywhere.
That is true.
Anywhere.
That is true. I've not seen them that much.
And I've thrown out the lure a couple times, and like I got nothing. So maybe things are changing.
Yeah, regime change. All of a sudden, we don't have all these little bots around.
No little bots around.
Going, movie was so great. I love it so much.
Yeah.
All in lowercase.
Trying to manufacture opinion. I mean, it's interesting. I was reading a story about how since they laid off all those people in Japan, the trending topics are all like anime and video games. It used to be all politics. And suddenly all the trending topics in Japan have nothing to do with politics. It has to do with just pop culture and whatnot, which to me is probably more organic, right? So
I would say
it tells you how much those trending topics were, basically, putting their finger on the scales to influence opinion. It's
you can absolutely tell, like, yes, you're absolutely right. By the way, like some will break through like House of the Dragon, but I bet you it was like twice as much on Sunday night. But here on YouTube, total fucking lockdown right now. It is total and absolute in lockdown mode, in fortification mode. You can feel it. You can feel it. Yeah, YouTube's fuck. I got an interesting email from Rumble today. Maybe I should listen.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Maybe I should listen.
Man, all-time high viewership last night on Rumble.
Oh, dude, Crowder. Bro.
Dude, insane.
300,000 people were watching him.
Yeah. Wow. I looked at the number. I was like, that's not right.
People were watching him on Rumble.
Yeah.
That was insane. Saw Jeremy from the Quartering on Rumble.
I know. he messaged me. He wanted me to go on the show, but I didn't read it until like an hour later. God dang it! I need to check my DMs more often.
Yeah, you do. And if I'm saying that, that's really bad. Just
That's
so you
bad.
know. Big work. No, congrats to Crowder. Fucking, that was great.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hail. The not recasting is a symptom of the actor over the character. It's a lack of respect for the character. It's why they can race gender swap. The character was an afterthought. Actor greater than character, message greater than story. In Hollywood is killing it. Live long and prosper. It says big work for, well said. Big work for 20. I could not agree more. I mean, that's your basic problem. It's total lack of respect. They think comics are silly. They think Star Trek is silly. They think Star Wars is silly. They think the Lord of the Rings is silly. They think all these things are silly little kid stuff. And there's plenty of people on quote unquote our side who think that as well. And that's why they're losing the culture war. And the only fucking way we're gonna turn this around is to get that mentality out of your fucking head right now. You want to know where your red wave went? You still got motherfuckers out there going, these are just virgins in their basement and fucking video games. That's where your fucking red wave went, because there's tons of independence in here, and that's who you need to fucking win over. Yeah, just tons. And you can do that with freedom and a good message and respecting parts of Americana that are, like you want to be Americana. There's nothing more Americana than pop culture. Okay, nothing more Americana than pop culture. And you let the activists invade that by walking away. I'm talking to the pundits, not you in the chat. You're great. The pundits know what's up. The pundits will come out and say stupid shit because they're just uneducated about it. It's like me getting deep into politics. It will be just as retarded. Okay. And that's why I don't do it. But coming out going, Last Jedi wasn't that bad. I mean, I can't tell you how many people who were quote unquote on our side calling us grifters.
Yeah.
And without actually watching the video and hearing what we say. They're just fools. So we still have work to do, but progress, not perfection. Okay. And to the people who have come around, thank you. Thank you for just because I don't like something doesn't mean I can't respect it for what it is. Right.
Yeah.
Not the biggest gamer in the world, but I recognize it is the number one form of entertainment in the world and will be for a long, long time. And I don't hate it. I don't actively hate it. I respect the hell out of it. It's just, takes a lot of time and I kind of suck at it. At least I can.
But you're aware that a lot of the people that watch you are gamers.
It drives.
There's a huge amount of people in America that, across the world that play video games. So to just realize that fact, and that's what the problem is on the other side, and why I wanted to work with you is because there's so many of those fans that don't get recognized. How many times have I gone to a meetup and they went, hey, I was a fan of you on Crowder and I followed you over here, and oh my god, it's finally some people talking about the things that I'm worried about in all these fandoms. Nobody's ever saying the things that you guys are saying. I hear that all the time. So to just completely ignore that aspect of your audiences and the people that you need to kind of outreach to, because like you just said, there's tons of people that are independent that you're supposed to be talking to them and saying, hey, there's some issues going on, but you never bring that up in Hollywood or in comic books. Now comic books are fucking going away because nobody ever talked about it.
No, go look at the voter breakdown and see how big of a percentage independents are.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking huge. We are huge. There's a hell of a lot of us. I would say possibly the majority. I think most people just.
I think so.
Yeah, and that cannot be brushed aside anymore. This polarization and right now it should be the easiest message in the world. Do you like freedom, friend? Do you like freedom? Do you like going where you like, shopping where you like, opening a business where you like? Having the opportunity to make as much money as you like, as long as you work for it. I think that's a pretty good message. And some people are just shit at selling it. They just really are.
And with a great example of the opposite, 2020, 2021, of the opposite of those freedoms. So now you can go look, that's what it's like if you don't have those freedoms. and I want you to have those freedoms. Like the easiest sell. Just sell it.
What does every American like? A redemption story, a story where a guy or gal just makes it from they start with very humble means and they just make that we love inspiration and saving a puppy, inspirational stories. That sells to everybody. That's what they need to sell more of. Like, the guy who or the immigrant who came here the right way, started his business, and now like his family's on the third generation. They got a chain of grocery stores across some city or something. That's fucking awesome. That's a great story. That needs to be told all the time, because that's what the American dream is. And we have so many black pillars out there. I love it's a suppository. Razor Fist is right. And I know the world can get you down sometimes. It got me down too, but like there's so much fucking opportunity out there. You just kind of you got to kind of work your ass off for it. That's all. But it's not like it's gonna kill you, And that's what I did. I never thought I'd get in this place. I was really, 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 truly happy, bliss to work at a parts store, to work at Acura in Escondido. I fucking love that job. Made decent money, but I never thought I was grading on a bit of a curve. I thought I was going nowhere in life and I was going to die before I was 40. So when I got to this, I'm like, oh wow, I'm making money and I can pay rent and bills. This is awesome. This is great. I never thought this could happen. So I mean, it's not about lowering expectations. It's about making realistic goals, right? And we need to sell that to people. We do. Because sitting on your ass and doing nothing is not fulfilling. You will be depressed all the fucking time. And we don't want a country full of that. But god damn, you look at TikTok and you're like, oh shit, we're fucked.
We're fucked.
Just don't look at TikTok, okay?
Yeah, just don't.
It's all curated to make you feel bad.
Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely. I think it is a Chinese psyop. Yeah, I fucking said it. Firefly for $50. I can't believe how hot you are. I hope you can show your feet for us, Quarter Black.
I've been waiting for this.
Dude, that was
Crowder showed the commercial with you doing the bodybuilding.
Oh yeah. He did a lot of skin in that one. That was before I lost the weight too. So
dude, he showed that commercial last night. I did not know it existed. I was laughing oh my god. I suppose X-Ray Girl is okay. She might be jealous.
Yeah, no, Garrett, please show your feet.
No. I'm gonna make an executive decision on that and say,
say
just like I won't show my feet. Okay. If they have a shoe on, that's fine. If they have a shoe
Firefly.
on.
Yeah, I got no shoes on right now, so
I want to see Garrett's like Namor look. Did you see that thing? I replied to you on Twitter.
What?
I can DM you. I can DM.
Oh,
you.
DM that to me.
Yeah. I couldn't believe you didn't respond to it. You just was like,
I'm sorry.
Well, dude, Twitter's still curated for the retarded. By the way, like I don't see any of as like I respond to as X-Ray Girl, Quarterback like all the time. I don't see any of your tweets, Chris, at all.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't either.
See them.
Just weird.
I think it's the same for me.
Wait, what?
I think
You
it's the
shadow
same
ban,
for me.
Chris?
Maybe.
I don't know. I definitely think that I'm shadow banned. 100%. Yeah, it's weird that obviously they'll make some changes and then like they'll make changes and then suddenly I'll like gain a bunch of followers for no reason. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm not even tweeting, and suddenly a bunch of followers, new followers. So it's bizarre. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really like Twitter anyways. I sort of begrudgingly use it.
Oh, I see it now.
Do you see it? Okay,
wow.
Dude, you gotta
me.
Dude, it's you.
Hold on, I'm gonna
retweet it so I can see it. Yeah,
sharing this.
What's going on with?
Yeah, and I was like surprised. That's fun.
There you are,
dude.
Add 100 pounds to that. There you go.
Yeah, you're a little too cut in that. I don't know. You kind of have to.
I mean, I get to that level.
I'm
going right for that.
a little more cut than what we get in
Dude, that's exactly you.
Bro.
What the hell
Spot
is
on. Spot on.
Oh, dude, you have to cosplay as Namor.
I'm retweeting that.
Next year. Like next year. Oh, do you want to go to Comic-Con, Quarter Black? They said we can go again.
Really?
Yeah. They gave us the port. They said the portal's opening, but you don't need to go into the portal because you're already
really. I mean, yeah, I'd be down.
You just gotta wait and maybe and like
it'd be good nice just to go back to San Diego.
It'd be nice to actually go this time and not have COVID, you know. But
yeah, so we gotta make sure that happens.
Yeah, that was fun. At least we went to Tombstone though. I kind of want to go.
That
back.
Was awesome.
Tombstone was fucking rad.
Dude, Tombstone was dope.
Went to the Oriental. That's right. Went to the Oriental. Hung out in the Oriental. Got a sweatshirt from the Oriental. That's what it's called. Sue me. No, sue them. You know what else looks like it's gonna be on Netflix is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Looks pretty fucking good.
Dude, that looks rad.
Yeah.
And you know what else is on Netflix? The what's his name? Dr.
Graham Hancock.
Graham Hancock.
Yeah, it's this Friday.
Coming out this Friday. I just saw an ad for it too. I was like, oh my god.
No, I retweeted because you don't see my tweets either. But it's called Ancient Apocalypse. It's an 8-episode Netflix series which launches November 11th, 2022. Prior to that, tomorrow, fuck Wakanda Forever. He will be on Joe Rogan. Graham Hancock will be on Joe Rogan with Randall Carlson. Those are some of the greatest Joe Rogan shows ever. They have millions upon millions upon millions of views. I've listened to them multiple times. It will be a great show. So mark it down. And we will be reviewing it. We're going to be reviewing the whole fucking series. Plan on it. We'll do live streams. Probably the first one will be Sunday night, I'm thinking. We got to talk to we got to talk to Krigler.
Yeah. Let me actually
see if you can make it.
Same time as House of the Dragon.
Probably maybe a little about like maybe an hour earlier. Maybe an hour earlier just to make it easy on people. But I am Central though. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking I'm on Pacific time because every time I was like at 8, I did an 8 o'clock live stream. It was like fucking 11 on the East Coast. Everybody's like, "Why are you doing it so late?" I'm like, "It's not late for me." But we'll maybe like 7 or 8. We'll start it. We'll let you know. Keep an eye on the community section.
Yeah.
I am.
Dude, I'm stoked for this.
I'm so excited for this. I am distracted from my job, which is I need to review Wakanda Forever, and I could give a fuck. So, oh no, we got some good clips. There is some gold on the red carpet for this. Oh my god, I know Perry's been curating some audio. Good old Perry. Oh, should we also tell people we have possibly a new sponsor? Like this isn't gonna like not a regular thing here. Okay, you know how I feel. But I've always been open to like I'll run the commercial thing during a live stream. I will never do it for a video. Like ever do it in a video. But I will do it in a live stream if it's funny and it's something I would use. So we have a possible new one coming up. We're in negotiations right now.
Yeah. Little review.
Oh,
also, hey, we're running for 100K on the daily channel.
Yes.
So we're trying to get there before Friday. So let's do it. If anybody, please go over there. Perry Chan working his magic over there all the time, all week. So go subscribe, please.
Well, I suck at cross promotion. Somebody asked me how it's not at 100K by now, and I'm like, it's my fault. So Nerdrotic,
I can't self-promote either.
An alternate channel. You can find it on the main channel. You can just search it. It is clips from this live stream edited by Perry Chan. It is a show. It is a channel I run with Perry Chan. It's half his. So support. You could stop the Asian hate by subscribing to Nerdrotic Daily like immediately, or at least half of it. He's gonna get the play button. I'm gonna give it to him. So
well deserved.
Trying to get it there. It's really, really close.
Oh, 1,200.
1,200 away. Thanks everybody for signing up. He's been killing it lately. The last 4 videos.
Crazy. Yeah.
My favorite though is us losing our shit over the gay innuendo and Rings of Power for 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's so good.
That was so good.
So hard. I thought I was gonna get sick. I was laughing so hard. Heartbreak Ridge for $20 says WOKEanda got me to check out Rumble constantly. I'm ready to watch you there. Fully unleashed. There is the way. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. Okay, I'll just be. I'm totally open with you guys. So I don't want to spread too thin. I am making my own website. So like that's why I'm like haven't jumped to locals. The reason I haven't jumped to locals is because I'm doing my own thing. So I don't want to spread everybody out where you can have memberships in 5 different places. I figure like 2 is max. So one will be at my website and one will be here, and you can choose between the 2. It's up to you guys. Once that happens, I also want my own place to go, just to go. But as an alternate, that's not like attached to like nothing against locals. If you're there, there's a lot of really good people there, like Yellow Flash and WOKEanda and Geeks and Gamers. All my friends are going to locals. That's fine. I'm not.
Both of us down here.
What?
There, like everybody except for me is going to locals, but I'm not going to locals because I'm doing my own website. That's it. That's all. But I wish I like locals is doing great work. I wish them all the luck in the world. But I will probably do like Rumble. Like I'll do one more place. I hate spreading it out too thin. And quite frankly, I want to be right here in the belly of the beast, being a disruptor. That's the whole deal. That's the whole fucking deal. I'm going to stay here getting away with what I can when I can. But I think Rumble's been it looks like there's potential there. I'll just say that. We'll see. But I'll definitely talk to them. They've been very nice. They've been very nice. Locals is it was Dave Rubin who started Locals,
Yeah,
right?
he started it. I don't know if he may still be on the board, but he's not like actively running it. But yeah, he started that, and then they merged with Rumble. So if you get a Rumble, you could also open a Locals. Like I opened a Locals, and then I got a Rumble. So they're kind of connected now.
2 concerns with Rumble. It becomes just a right-wing playground, which I don't want because I'm not going to
want that
win over hearts and minds of everybody. And yeah, and I know they want to get more into gaming and stuff, and that's good. That's a very good goal to have because there's a huge upside. But if you start out with a reputation with like BitChute, you're gonna get the scaredy cats aren't gonna come over. And like, yeah, they're kind of pussies. I'm gonna admit that they're kind of pussies. I think you should try to like spread your message as far and wide as possible. But like, I can't see Jeremy Johns going to Rumble. Okay, although I think he should. You know, someone.
I think he may be on Odyssey.
Jeremy Johns,
maybe.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know, but that's branching out. Big creators going out to other platforms. YouTube, watch out, man. Watch out. You're going to turn into Facebook, and you're going to turn into MySpace, and you're going to turn into Friendster.
That's why I'm
eventually. Yeah, that's all the internet. Always moving forward.
So like having my own website being the base of operations eventually is the plan. Don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out. That was a pretty sound, wasn't it?
Let me know if I can help you, Gary. I have, the Film Threat website. We update it like 5 times a day with different stories, reviews. We have ads on it. So yeah, I mean, that's sort of my primary job is the website, right? Like,
yeah.
So it does very well for us. So I can certainly pass along what I've learned and help you out. So let me know.
Do. OnlyFans.
Yeah.
There will be like maybe someday there'll be articles, but most of it will be video content. That's I'll just make exclusive video content there.
Yeah. Well, also like Tim Pool was smart about how he was constantly reading stories from other media outlets, and he's like, why am I giving them the traffic? So then he just hired people to write stories. So when he talks about a story or a news event occurring, he's actually referring to his own website, which I think is really smart. I mean, so
yeah, that's the direction we're going to. Like, it's good to have only Gary. Bjorn.
Yeah, only Gary.
I don't know about that. But I think we're starting to. I'm starting to just editorialize my own shit. I'll look at read a headline, I'll read the article, but then I'll go off on my own little path.
Yeah.
I think that works. Okay, so I'm gonna read some more super chats.
30 minutes.
Thanks, buddy. Snow, I don't know who came to my front door. I hope they didn't trip on all the plants I put out. Sorry, Melissa. I was trying to. It was raining, so I'm like, hey, this is
Bring them all in.
Well, yeah, because like she usually comes home after a week and her plants are dead, so I don't feel like getting chewed out. So it's raining out in front, but I put them like right in the walk path. I'm like, God, I hope nobody comes to the door. They'll be kind of screwed. Oh well. Hope the plants are okay. Snow Miser for $9.99. Hey Gary, first time super chatting, eh? All right. Be gentle. Chris should do an OnlyFans dedicated to him wearing the Namor underwear. Also, Gary, you should watch Psycho Gorman if you haven't. What's a Psycho Gorman?
Psycho Gorman is a movie that it's on Shudder, I believe, but it just came out on Blu-ray. It's the weirdest horror film I've seen in years. It like starts out, you think it's like a kids movie, but it's basically a bunch of children who befriend this demon from another universe that brutally murders people and then basically makes it do bad things. It's funny as hell. It's dark. I don't think
Sounds
it's
awesome.
even though kids are like the lead characters, this is definitely not a movie for kids. It's awesome. Yeah, see Psycho Gorman, Gary. You would love it.
I'll see it. I was showing you guys before the show, but I got to give a shout out to Shout Factory. Shout Factory is really good, by the way.
Yeah, they're like good Blu-rays and whatnot. They're awesome.
Good Blu-rays. So I got Prince of Darkness. I got Escape from New York, 4K version. Like I got the Motherload. Return of the Living Dead, Life Force, one of my favorite naked girl movies. Transformers the movie. I got a poster with that. They Live. We're living in right now, but this is the bomb right here. Right there, baby. Army of Darkness, all 3 versions. You get a poster too. Shout out to Shout Factory.
I got to get me one of them.
I bought all that shit. Like physical media. It's the only way to go.
It's the way to go.
Went on a little splurge because like they had really good deals. Plus, Life Force is the shit. I remember watching that when I was a teenager. Going, remember when teenagers could watch movies like remember when they had movies with naked girls in it?
I love it.
Man, does that happen anymore?
The genre of teen sex comedy is dead. It is a dead genre. No studio will make one. Not even I mean it's a dead genre. It's bizarre. That and the Western. But the Western does kind of recur every once in a while in a different form. I mean, but yeah, no, it was just that was part of the thing of going to a movie to see an R-rated movie or sneak into one was like, well, this has nudity, but you'll never see another Porky's again because of woke idiots, you know?
Yep.
And you know, unless it's, God, can you imagine making a teen sex comedy with what teenagers are like today? Oh my God, it would fucking suck.
You can see how they're trying to get around. Like, it's not for sex comedies, but they're like doing biopics about porn stars or porn.
Right.
They're doing,
they're still doing it just in a different way.
Ways that look, you're going to see a lot more historical dramas. Just going to see a lot of stuff that's circumventing all the political correct bullshit that's going on right now. Like, yeah, the fact that I am looking forward to 2 like basically European movies, which look great, by the way, it tells you, or a South Korean movie that comes out. Like we're now looking internationally. So they got the globalism they want in film. It's just not from Hollywood. Hollywood tried to make movies for everyone, which are for no one. And now we're going to countries where they're just making better shit right now. It's just a fact.
Every time I hear that noise, Gary, I feel like you're cheating on your wife with Tinkerbell. Like it sounds like fucking Tinkerbell.
It is. It's my motion detectors. It's my motion detectors. I have to keep on. Usually the kid can hear them, but no, it's my son doing what he's supposed to do. Guillermo Diego de las Coralinas for $5. Thank you. Says Quarter Black is so poor. When people come to the door, he gotta He got to stick his head out and say ding dong. Hey, ain't that I mean, shit. Are you trying to buck a raise for quarterback? Well, we'll see about that.
I got to spread all the money out through all the kids, you know.
Why do you think we're taking on another sponsor? Guillermo Diego de las Colinas for $5 more says, Gary and Chris, thanks for showing up on Tuesday night's main event last night. Oh, you're welcome. I have to. Like Jeremy shows up every Friday. It's you know, but I like hanging out with Epic Mike. That was fun. Josiah, my nerdy home, my girl Steph, my home girl. What's up, girl?
You.
There's somebody else I'm forgetting. I'll think of it later.
Jay?
I'm just kidding.
Jay, that's right. Drunk.
He's all, wow. My channel's dying.
Isn't his brother like a clone of him? I saw a
Basically.
video.
Oh my God. If you
Dude,
close
they
your
speak
eyes,
the same. They have the
sound
same
mannerisms.
and everything.
Same quirks, same everything.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's weird.
same
I saw a
everything.
video. I'm like, that guy looks like Jay, sounds like Jay, talks like exactly like Jay, but it wasn't Jay.
It wasn't Jay.
Yeah, how many times we were in Universal and I heard Jay and I turned around and it wasn't Jay?
It was his
I was like, oh,
His brother's cool. Brother's cool.
yeah, he's
Cool
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
Cool dude. Braveheart for $9.99. Thanks, Gary. Chris / Namor Quarterback and X-Ray Goo for all that you do. Doing God's work. New title might be Wakanda Lasts Forever. LOL. Before Quarterback changed it, I was fucking around with titles, and I think the MCU Forever. I did the MCU Forever, and then I called Wakanda Forever. That we're gonna save it for Friday.
Save.
And it, like, you know, or the, you know, Wakanda Forever, the MCU finale, which I'll probably review. I've got all kinds. Or I could just call Wakanda Forever a woke disaster that's awful. I mean, I could just go with that and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
pretty descriptive.
Oh,
I like a Drinker. Drinker could just like put a title of a movie and go, I have a bad feeling about this. Fucking 5 million views.
Yeah.
I love them. Hercules, which proves the algorithm favors good content. End of story. His thumbnails are kind of genius in their simplicity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what your fucking title is. If you're making good, really, really fucking good content, doesn't really fucking matter. Hercules Hernandez for $1.99. X-Ray, talk more.
Okay.
It was one word.
Plus, she's a fucking normie. She's still in nerd school. Okay, she's got
At least she's trying. Hey,
I'm trying. And you know what? Praise be to Mark, the cyborg, who is like a level 11 nerd. I mean, he's a fucking nerd. So he's there to be a good influence. You know, love Mark.
Love.
What's your next thing that you're gonna watch? Star Trek finally?
Oh yeah. So I was thinking of doing that as like a locals / YouTube membership thing.
Oh, I think we should start with that, right? Because so our big thing, because there's nothing going on, is going to
get a lull here.
Finally getting the fucking Picard review out before Picard season 3. So I think it would be great if you watch Star Trek, and then if that works out, you watch Next Generation after that.
Okay. So there's that, and then I don't know for movie. I've been trying to think what to watch next.
It's got to be like a really obvious one that you haven't seen. You know, like Close Encounters. Have you seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Jaws, like early Spielberg. Godfather. Have you seen The Godfather?
Maybe I'll watch The Godfather. I feel like that's one that everyone watches.
You haven't.
1 and 2.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I
One
think
and
we
two.
found the next one. Godfather Part 1 and 2. You don't need to watch 2.
Okay.
Forget 3.
Forget 3.
Everybody
Chris,
does.
You should just know that I haven't watched most movies,
Oh,
especially before 2000s.
Godfather. You need to watch The Godfather now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just such a great movie. Chris, you might know the answer to this. I've been looking far and wide. I want the Godfather, the chronological version.
Oh wow!
I know they had it on VHS.
I had it on VHS. It came in this like slipcase.
It's called
like
the Epic. Is it the
I don't know, like you're right. It had some weird name, but it was like basically they're like, we don't like all this back and forth. Can you just edit it in chronological order? And they added like deleted scenes and whatnot to kind of make sense.
Pretty good.
They showed it on TV.
They showed it on TV.
Yeah.
There needs to be at least a fucking DVD version of that. I would take. I mean, I don't have a VCR anymore.
I'll bet there's a way to find it. I'll bet
7-hour Godfather epic.
The Godfather
So
epic.
long,
Yeah. It's in chronological order. It's fucking fantastic.
They have it listed as Godfather the Coppola restoration on Amazon if you want to get it.
No, but I think the restoration is different from what we're talking
It's
about.
not like the actual chronological.
It's not that's the epic something. Tom probably knows from Midnight's Edge.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does.
But yeah.
Well, I found a Japanese laser disc for $200. The complete epic 19. Yeah, I'll just copy
Dude,
it.
send me the link.
I'll send you the link.
I might
I think it's just the chronological, the Godfather epic. That's just it.
The laser disc collecting thing is getting a little out of control.
Wait, it's on HBO. Is it on HBO?
It used to be. It did. It was a few years ago though.
Oh man.
So you can burn a DVD from this. Yeah.
Oh, I could.
Well, do you have a laser disc player? Yeah.
I could. Well, I can get one. Those aren't hard to get. Remember that Go video they used to have at Costco? It was like 10 years ago, where you put your VHS in and it burns it right to a disc.
Oh, I didn't.
Those were cool. Those were fucking. I did a bunch of home video. I got me like playing basketball when I was like in junior high. I was fucking stoned out of my mind in that game, laying up bricks. That was so funny. But I was playing at the sports arena in San Diego. You can see the Clippers come out.
Very nice.
That's how fucking long ago it was. The San Diego Clippers come out on the court. Norm Nixon. Luke Hammond for $4.99. X-Ray Girl is so poor, she has to stick her head out the door to say, "Bing bong, Gary, thanks for always supporting AA, and please have Papa Gundam back." Oh, it's been too long since we had Papa Gundam.
It's been a little bit.
It's next week.
It's next week.
It's more like Ching Chong instead of Bing Bong.
Yeah. Ching Chong Bing Bong. It's Ching Chong Bing Bong.
Ching Chong.
Ching Chong, whatever you choose. I got to read these, Mama Susan. I got to read these. It's the law.
It is, yeah.
The law. It's the law. Papa Gundam next week. We got Mahler this week. He's going to be a little late because I made him watch the movie Wakanda Forever. And, being an Eldritch God, apparently it's a little difficult to get to a movie theater because he's just too big to get in. All the tentacles. Yeah. Very popular with the women, though. Very popular with the women. Just saying. Gabriel Knight for $9.99. After last night, I can't help be black-pilled. It seems a managed decline is everything from politics, entertainment to the best case scenario forward. Would love to be wrong. You are. Like, this is how these things turn around. It's Gabriel, let me give you an analogy that you may understand. Pop culture. Here in pop culture. I knew shit was going sideways and down the minute I walked out of The Last Jedi. I'm like, we're fucked. This is what shit's going to be for the next few years. And I was right. So that's why I started fighting it, because I'm like, God dang, it's gonna be a long time till we're out of this one. They just took down Luke fucking Skywalker. You don't think they'll fuck with Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Doctor Who, fucking Marvel Comics? They took down Luke Skywalker. So now we have people starting to wake up all of this shit. How long ago was that? That was 4 years ago.
Ooh.
That was 4 fucking years ago. It takes a while for people to wake up. It does. Do not get discouraged. That's how they win every time. They want you to feel dude, they're trying to they're trying to manufacture this narrative that Trump failed for something. The guy's not even president. He's not president. No, what happened was not enough people went out and voted, and mail-in ballots are fucking sketchy. They're fucking sketchy. Any place where there's the mail-in and the drop boxes and stuff, sketch, total sketch. So you need to get rid of those, or get out of a place that and make them completely illegal. Yeah, but you know what? you don't just give up, or then we lose. Then we absolutely lose. And that's not even a fucking option. That's not even an alternative. You keep fighting. If anything, you fight it off as long as you humanly can.
Yeah. You don't think that part of this kind of slump that we were expecting wasn't because of people discouraged from the last election going, I'm not going to go out and vote because who cares? That's what happens. So yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's definitely both fortified election ballots and people just not going out anymore and being discouraged. So don't black pill, clown pill. Things are funny. Okay. Fetterman winning. I'm not in Pennsylvania, so I find it funny. Fetterman, that's hilarious. Okay. It's entertaining. So just at least find the silver lining on that.
Yeah. There's certain victories that will hurt the brand. Okay. Again, Last Jedi made a lot of money. Did that help the Star Trek brand? Is electing a guy who can't think and talk going to help the brand? No, it's not. As I told Jeremy the day Trump lost, I'm like, this is going to sound crazy, but if we survive the next 4 years, this will be a good thing because it will show people who just refuse to fucking believe how bad it can get. Sometimes you got to hit bottom. What fucking sucks is a lot of people lost their businesses and their livelihoods forever and lives. How many heart patients lost their lives because they couldn't go to their regular fucking appointments because of COVID? A lot, a fucking lot. More people than died of COVID. Of actual COVID, not COVID morbidities, of actual COVID. Heart disease still very bad in this country. And they couldn't go to their regular appointments. They were doing them over fucking Skype. You can't do that. Damn it. So yeah, just Gabriel. I know I mean, like you take your, it wasn't even a loss.
I think we still did pretty well.
The right-wing media got a little out of control, I think, with their estimations. And there's also some fuckery going on. And go over and Rumble and talk about it quite a bit, please. There's so much fuckery going on. But I saw fuckery going on with the Gavin Newsom recall. Like I knew as soon as the mail-in ballot thing, I was like, fuck this. It's over. You can't fight this. And then, you know, I go somewhere where I can. Where a vote does count and there is still freedom and some sanity, you know. Crimsoner for $10 says they said wouldn't be decided till Pennsylvania wouldn't be decided till Friday, but Dems won, so today is good enough. Yeah, right. Except Arizona's looking like it might be later today.
Might take a little while.
Yeah, but it looks like Kerry's doing okay.
Oh, we won. Stop the vote. We're good.
We're good. We figured
it out.
And it was Georgia's going to be a runoff, right?
Is it?
Herschel Walker, I heard it's going to be a fucking runoff. So we got another month. Oh, poor Georgia. I feel so bad for you. Just a normal person in Georgia. Just you can't even watch YouTube. Put your ad block on for YouTube. And I promise I will not bring up Herschel Walker unless it's like for football or the other thing. I hope he wins, but it's Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
I feel bad for him. That's going to be political commercials for a month and a half. No, or a month. Dude, MVP Max Von Priestley. What's up, buddy? Instead of seeing Wakanda Forever tomorrow, I'm going to be celebrating the Marine Corps' birthday, Semper Fi, motherfucker. He didn't say that. I did. And hail to the fellowship. Love you all. We love you too, man.
Love you, bro.
Love you, bro. I'll see you when I go to California in a month. I'm going to see Chris too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna be laughing at. I'm gonna dress like a fucking Texan when I'm there too. I'm gonna have my cowboy hat on.
You get a real cowboy hat.
The one from yesterday?
Yes, the one that the great thing about that hat is if I ever forget where I'm from, I just got to look down at the bill where it says Texas on it.
Right there.
Oh, good. But yeah, I'm gonna like I'm gonna dress like a fucking Texan. I get to California, I'll be all, yep, I
Hell yeah.
simulated, motherfucker.
How are y'all doing tonight?
Hey, y'all. You fucking commies. Drive the rules for $10. X-ray girl. How well do you enjoy the Twilight movies? Pluses, minuses? Would a guy enjoy them?
No.
I mean, I loved it as a teenager. Are you a teen girl? If so, yes. If you're not, probably not.
Flick too hard, damn it!
Yeah, you know, I watched it
That's why
actually.
we have the clip.
I watched it a while ago, and I was thinking, like, this is so creepy.
It
This
is
love that they
creepy.
have, it is so creepy.
It is
Printing
so
on
yeah.
a baby? What's wrong with you?
10 years later. So, yeah, a lot of, you know, we romanticize love, and that's not the kind of love you should be romanticizing. No, absolutely not.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Weird indeed.
Wolfman Bro, 22 for $20. Hey, Gary QB. I came from Louder with Crowder in search of pop culture content and was happy to find you guys. Special thanks to QB for introducing me to Gary. Hey, right on. Thanks, QB.
Hell yeah.
I sent Lord of the Rings art to both your Twitter mentions in honor of Tolkien at Wolfman Bro 22. Let's see if I can find it.
I got it.
You got it? Show it. And Hale, thanks. Like, dude, all the shout outs on Crowder. I watch Crowder. I'm a Mug Club member.
Nice.
I'm a Mug Club member. That's where I watch them. Did I sign up for Rumble? I can't remember if I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
When he went over?
Or no. Or is it Odyssey? Somebody set up my channel and I couldn't use the name.
Really?
But they said they would fix it.
Here it is. There's that.
Here it is. Yes, absolutely. Oh, it's beautiful. That's great.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Oh, dang. That looks cool.
That's cool as hell, dude.
Wolfman Bro.
Wolfman Bro. Well
Very
done. For Tolkien.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a
Hell,
boomer.
FNT.
Well, I'm not a Gen Xer, but I did a lot of drugs in the 80s, man. I fried my brain. I'm lucky I don't drool regularly. It's just occasionally. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Chris has got another live stream. What are you doing on your live stream on Film Threat, Chris?
We're going to be continuing the discussion of Black Panther Wakanda Forever with my colleagues Alan Ing and Dante James. And we're going to continue that discussion. May have some little indie film reviews here and there, but pretty much that'll be our primary topic. So we're closing in on 60,000 subs. So just thank you. Always great to spend the morning. It's morning for me, Gary. But always love to hang out with you guys. It's just like a blast. So love it. And can't wait for you to get to the West Coast.
Yeah, that's sooner than later, bro. It's like happening in a few weeks. Less than a few weeks. So, but I wanted to ask you real quick. So you heard those Rings of Power rumors and about the possibly the showrunners taking a backseat after the awards, correct? And this is just possible.
Yeah, which is strategically makes a lot of sense. I mean, and who knows, maybe behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't get announced. It's sort of like the narrative. That's the thing that's publicly what people accept and is announced. That same sort of BS exists in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry. I mean, when I read the trades, a lot of times it's like, this is very good fanfic. It's not true. So they may have already taken a back seat, for season 2, as far as we know. But as far as publicly, that would never come out public. And they want to seek out awards. Look, they want some sort of recognition. I'd say from a technical standpoint, maybe that's possible. But ultimately, if they're looking at writing, acting, who's the standout performance in it?
There is none. There is like House of the Dragon should sweep. Like Patty Considine should win it for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you could say Millie Alcock should be under consideration too. She was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I would agree.
And Matt Damon Targaryen, Matt Smith for sure. The sea is always right. Yeah,
Right.
That should be fired forever from writing ever again.
For sure.
I hate that show, man.
So that okay, what's archive? Somebody said the Godfather epic is free on. I mean, are we allowed to say that? But
archive.com. Yeah, it's probably there.
Okay.
Probably, I would say that's fine as long as it's not commercially available. If the only way to see it is on something like that, well, then whatever. You know, that's what they get for not releasing it. It should be on HBO Max or something. Or
dude, yeah, like if you own the rights to the Godfather, like every fucking version should be available to stream. Like, what trouble would that be?
Yeah, well,
are they doing like the vault kind of thing, like Disney does with their movies, or they did, where they put it in the vault for like 5-10 years and then bring it out again?
Control or not? That would be a question for the Uber IP nerds who know all the rights issues. I only give a shit like about Rings of Power and Marvel. So I don't know, but yeah. I haven't even watched all of my 50th anniversary 4K. I need to finish it. Got interrupted. Quarter Black, what do you got coming up?
Tonight I'm going to be hanging out with the members on the YouTube channel, playing some Raft. We're hanging out, and then after that, on Locals, continuing my playthrough of The Forgotten City. It's a pretty cool little story about a Roman city that has a mystery, and nobody knows where it came from. So it's gonna be fun. So that's what we're doing over there.
Excellent. Cool. Thanks for rocking the hat today and the shirt. Look at that representation you got going on.
Grifting, my boys. I just need to get something for Chris Gore. I don't know where I'd wear it. There's not enough real estate here.
You got wristbands,
film threat button or something.
I'll send a little gift.
Get some rings.
Yeah, I've got pint film threat pint glass.
Oh my god, can I get like a ring that says film threat?
Yeah,
you can do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I have a shirt, flagonsugars.com, Hot D shirt, me riding a phallic dragon with a dark sister sword in my hand. All my profits are going to be going towards people affected by prostate cancer. Also tonight, I was thinking of playing The Witcher in ode to R.I.P. Henry Cavill, playing a good Witcher character. I haven't played it's the third one, I think, yet. And then Poor Choices on YouTube. So yeah, follow me, Rumbles, Locals, all that stuff.
You're busy.
Yeah. Wednesday's the stream day.
Busy.
I'm going to enjoy a peaceful night of rearranging my office and watching like Graham Hancock on YouTube. I'm just going to chill.
Getting ready for tomorrow.
Ready for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And then on Friday.
Yeah.
Adam said yes. He said hell yeah, I'm down.
Oh yeah. So Sunday we'll get the time locked down. We're gonna I'll probably binge the entire series over the weekend. But I'm gonna binge it. Do it at least in 2 parts. Discuss it in 2 parts. So maybe over the next 2 Sundays we'll discuss it here on the main channel. It'll be on the main channel. We got Krigler coming on. We got Quarter Black. Maybe we'll get somebody else. I don't know. Got to be into this shit. Yeah, like I can't wait. I can't wait. And Randall's last live stream was great. He just ran down every major weather disaster in the last 500 years. And it gives you perspective on hurricanes and like he got hung up on people using the word unprecedented when it came to the flooding in Pakistan, which was bad. It was really fucking bad, but it happens all the time there.
They throw that word around all the time.
No, there are hurricanes that hit this one particular place in India. I forgot what it was called. That's killed like millions of people. Like one hurricane would kill 3 million people. Imagine if that happened today. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
So basically Randall Carlson gives you perspective on the climate. Okay. It's always changing, like drastically. And he just provides data. It's not even an opinion. It is data. It is pure data. And then, like his last live stream was great. Go watch it if you can. after you watch Film Threat.
Exactly.
All right. So thanks, everyone. Thanks to the Modrotics. Do a thankless job, but I still thank you. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat donation. You help keep the lights on around here. We love you. Thanks to the Fellowship for just, it's been a giant white pill for the entire year. And things are still turning around. Don't get down. It ended up being not such a bad night. We want balance in this country. That would be nice someday.
Yes.
That'd be nice.
How it should be.
That's how it should be. So you all be good to each other. And we'll see you on Friday Night Tights with Mahler talking about Wakanda Forever.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Ugh. Bye.
Bye.